Hey friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to another episode of my weekly gaming playlist series. We've made it to Friday, so it's time for me to talk about the games that I played this week. I'm going to share my thoughts and opinions on them with you, whether I think you guys should check them out or not. Of course, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions as well, so if you've played any of the games that I shared with you today, please let me know, as I'm always interested in hearing your guys' experiences as well. I'd also like to hear about the games you guys are playing, as that gives me ideas of new games to play and experience, and I do appreciate you guys each week who have been talking about the games you guys are playing, as it gives me ideas of games to check out. And if you guys have a recommendation on a game you think I might enjoy, please keep those coming, as I'm always looking for new games to play and experience, and if I don't have them, I'm going to add them to my list of games to buy, to pick up. If I do have them, I'll add them to my list to play. Now, I've only got one game to share with you guys, and it's for the Xbox 360, and I'm so glad that my buddy Dean reminded me about this game, because I completely forgot about it. I haven't thought about this game in many years, and that game is called Spec Ops: The Line. Such a fantastic game for the Xbox 360. Now, this was also released on PlayStation 3 and the PC, and this was released back in 2012. It's a really cool third-person shooter. Plays a lot like Gears of War. That's what really reminded me of Gears of War. After playing that one, when you play this one, it has a similar control scheme. It's got really good graphics, it's got good voice acting, it's got good music, and this is backwards compatible on Xbox One and Series X. So I've been playing on my Xbox Series X this week. And again, I want to just say, Dean, thank you so much for reminding me about this game, because I completely forgot about it. Now, what's really sucks is this game has been delisted from Steam, and it's been delisted from the marketplaces. I looked on the Xbox, and you cannot download it digitally anymore, so the only way is to get a physical copy. And Dean had told me, he's like, hey, you might want to get a copy soon if you don't have it, because it's been delisted, and I bet prices are going to skyrocket. Well, I looked on eBay, and people are wanting anywhere from $100 to $200 for a copy. Now, I did not own this game. I originally played the demo back in 2012, and my brother and I wanted to play it, but we went to Family Video, that was a video store that we rented from. They were actually out of the 360 copy, so we rented it on PlayStation 3, and I got through about halfway through the story and never finished beating it. We returned it to Family Video, and then we both kind of just forgot about the game, and I haven't really thought of it since then. And I'm really glad that I have it in my collection now. I actually just picked it up this week too, it was like 3 or 4 days ago. After my buddy Dean told me that, I called up my local game stores to see if they had a copy, and they did for $16, which is awesome. I wanted to pick up a copy before, they become wise to like, hey, this is a really expensive game, and they raised their prices on it. So I'm really glad I was able to secure a copy. If you're a fan of this game, or if you want to check it out, the only way to play it now is going to be physically, and be careful because it's going skyrocketing in price. So I would recommend grabbing a copy if you can get it for cheap. If not, just wait till later on, and hopefully, the game will go back down in value. But it's just ridiculous that it went from like last week being like a $10, $15 game to being a $150, $200 game. So I'll read you guys from the back. Intense and unique war shooter. It's been 6 months since Dubai was wiped off the map of a cataclysmic sandstorm. Thousands of lives were lost, including those of American soldiers sent to evacuate the city. Today, the city lies buried under sand, the world's most opulent ruin. Now, a mysterious radio signal was picked up from Dubai, and a Delta recon team is sent to infiltrate the city. Their mission is simple: locate survivors and radio for evac. This does also have multiplayer, but obviously I'm playing it for the campaign story, and you can play it co-op as well, which is really cool. So let's check out Spec Ops: The Line. Hey friends, we're checking out Spec Ops: The Line. Now this is a really cool third-person shooter. It's got cover-based shooting as well, so if you guys have ever played the Gears of War series, you'll feel right at home. It plays just like the Gears of War, where you get into cover and shooting and everything, so it's got a great control scheme. This is a really cool game though. Now this was released in 2012 for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. Now, what's really cool, though, is the Xbox 360 version is backwards compatible on the Xbox One and Series console. So I'm playing it on my Xbox Series X here. So you do get a boost in the graphics and the frame rate and performance and everything. and just really awesome that they have that. And I do have it muted because there is an American theme song playing, and I didn't want to get a copyright strike or anything, because sometimes you never know what's copyrighted and the YouTube bots pick it up. So I will unmute it once we actually start the game. But you have the campaign to play through. There was also multiplayer, downloadable content, just a couple things you could get for it. You could also play the game co-op too, which is really interesting. Let's get that going. Save. And we'll resume where I was at. It's got great voice acting too. And good music.
You okay, Walker? Been awfully quiet.
Just thinking about our next move.
Want to share your thoughts with the rest of us?
Well, from what we've heard, I'm starting to think the 33rd went to war against itself. Whichever side won, seems they decided to stay here and take over Dubai.
Sounds like a mess.
It is. CIA's been here for God knows how long trying to clean it up.
Long enough to know everything that's going on in the city.
Including what happened to Conrad?
Exactly. We can make contact with the CIA, then we'll find Conrad.
Oh my god.
What's wrong?
I'm picking up something. You guys need to hear it.
Patch it through.
What is your name and designation?
Agent Daniel, CIA.
Good. Why did you and your men come to Dubai, Lieutenant?
We're looking for survivors.
Okay. Looks like he's telling the truth. We can begin.
That's enough, Lugo.
Yes, sir.
Can you trace the signal's origin?
I already did. It's coming from over there.
At least we know one agent is still alive.
More than one, actually. If the 33rd's broadcasting this shit, it's for a reason.
You think it's bait?
It does.
So it's got a really cool setting being here in the desert with sand. Now, you can actually use that to your advantage sometimes. Like, you might be in the middle of a firefight, and if you shoot this pane of glass that's covering sand, you can actually use it to take out enemies. And there's also destructible cover, so sometimes you can only stay behind cover for so long before you get your cover taken away from you. And there's 4 different difficulty settings, so obviously the harder the difficulty, the stronger the enemies are, the less ammo you're going to have, the less health and all of the stuff you'll have. So just really cool to get different weapons you can pick up. There's a huge variety of weapons, and you can pick up all the enemies' weapons and use against them. You have grenades in the game as well. You can also crouch. There's also a cool little command function. You can actually issue commands to your team and tell them to take out certain enemies and flanking, because enemies will flank you and you can flank enemies out. There's turrets and stuff like that. So just really awesome. And also you can get fights in the middle of sandstorms, which will affect your bullets and grenades and everything. So the environment does come into factor in some of these battles, which is cool. And here you guys can see the big destroyed city. Here we are in chapter 5 of 15, so it's still pretty early in the story.
Signal's coming from down there. Way down.
33rd's dangling a long line. Time to reel it in.
You know this is a trap.
Absolutely. The whole city's gone crazy. Daniels might be our only hope of sorting this mess out.
Please. Bruce, tell me why you made contact with the whole population.
And the game does have little way markers, so waypoint markers to tell you where to go so you don't get lost.
Follow me.
Say, Camp Truth. I don't care what anyone says. Dubai is still the #1 vacation destination for traveling men worldwide.
So hopefully we'll get to some combat here soon so I can show you guys the combat.
Bradley, you got any gum? Here you go. Last piece. I don't want to take
You get into cover with A. So it's similar to like Gears of War, hitting the A button to get into cover.
I'm kidding.
You can also put silencers on weapons and change the different things so you can be real silent.
I feel you. You know, sometimes at night,
Silencers on. Take them out.
Consider it done.
Tango coming in! Get ready! Let's inbound! Get ready! But defend the perimeter now!
Kind of blew that, but it's alright. I wanted to get into the combat anyway so you guys can see what it's like. You get pretty damn intense at times too. Lots of enemies.
Priority target! Take him out!
Hostile, he's down!
One down!
Shoot at the top of the stairs!
Reloading!
And you have regenerative health, and you can see that as the screen gets bloodier and bloodier, you'll know your health is going down.
Bottom floor is swarming with tangos! Move! One down!
Now, what's different about this control scheme than Gears of War is you don't hit A to vault over, you actually have to hit B. So sometimes I'm trying to vault over and I don't because I'm trying to hit A and I keep forgetting it's got to be B. So you do got to kind of get yourself used to a little bit different control scheme than Gears of War. Your muscle memory for Gears kind of kicks in this kind of a game, and so you got to remember, oh no, I got to use B to vault over. You can also perform executions in this game, which is cool too. Watch. They can be quick like that, or you can stomp them with your gun, your foot, or bash their heads in with the butt of your rifle or weapon. So it can get kind of violent and bloody at times, but it's really neat. I really love the over-the-top violence in this. And then it's always important to just look around the battlefield for stuff.
Hostile down!
Because you definitely burn through a lot of ammo killing enemies, so you want to make sure that between fights you take the enemies' weapons and use them against them. And sometimes I'll have cool things, like I had a grenade launcher, but I used that and killed a big group of enemies, or shotguns, different kinds of machine guns, different rifles and stuff. Really cool.
Hostile with a shotgun coming our way! Watch yourselves! Nice one! They're getting close! Swapping mans! Heads up!
Get a flashbang in there!
I also have flashbangs, so you can stun enemies for a second.
Target down!
Got one! Frag up!
Nice, got him. I'm just unlocking an achievement army of one.
Target down!
Really sweet. You can also kind of do you can run, so kind of like in Gears, you have that roadie run, so you can make your character run too, which is cool. Oh, let's see where the heck we go though. Ah, here we go.
On the move!
Ooh, ammo refill, nice.
Shotgunner on the field!
There's also collectibles to find in this, so if you pause it, it'll tell you how many collectibles you found in the chapter. Nice thing is, you can always go back and reload a chapter if you miss something and pick it up. And if you get a thing that's really nice is if you get a collectible and then die, the game saves it, so when you reload the checkpoints, you already have the collectible and have to get it again. Some games don't do that, this one did, which is definitely a very good feature. Something I really love in games, because sometimes they're in like really hard spots to get, like in a big battle or something.
Priority target! Focus on him!
Nice. Took that little bastards down.
This is fucking insane.
I don't know. Someone's obviously calling the shots around here.
Oh,
Gotta be the guy on the radio.
got another one to execute.
Explain why this guy's gone
Oh,
bad shit.
snapped his
Good
neck.
point.
Very awesome. But I just wanted to give you guys a small taste of the game. You know, I don't want to ruin the story or anything, but it does have 4 different endings. Really awesome third-person shooter. Like I said, you guys saw it plays just like Gears of War. It runs really well on the Series X, and it's definitely one I think you guys should check out. This game is awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed that look at Spec Ops: The Line. Such a fantastic game. I'm definitely looking forward to beating this game. There are collectibles as well, which I did miss some, so I'm going to have to go back and figure out where those are at. Does have a strategy guide for this, which I'm looking to pick up as well, because that'd be great to go through. And I would like to beat it, because I heard that there's like 4 different endings. There's also different difficulty settings, so I would like to beat it on the hardest difficulty later on. I'm just playing it on normal, which is pretty manageable, but there are times where it can get really difficult at times. But if you play games like Gears of War, you'll feel right at home in this game. And you know, you just have to watch out for your muscle memory. Like, some of the controls are similar, but sometimes some are a little bit different, so I made that mistake. Like, the A button doesn't all still gets in cover, but you have to use B to vault over and not A to vault over, which I'm used to in Gears. So there is a little learning there if you like kind of got your muscle memory of playing Gears of War. But after a little bit, you'll get right into the feel of things. Love the voice acting in it, and I'm really enjoying the story, which I don't want to ruin the story for you. I want you guys to experience yourself. But this game did have a lot of controversy. There was some controversial stuff that happened. It's got a real dark story, really brutal and violent and bloody. It just makes it awesome. If you love third-person shooters, you have got to check out Spec Ops: The Line. Just like I said, just be warned, though, copies are skyrocketing. Xbox 360 copies are going for $100 to $200. I saw PlayStation 3 copies going for $50 to $80, $100 for copies, which really sucks since it's been delisted. So the only way to play it is to get physical, and of course, people are jumping on and buying up copies and trying to resell them. So try to secure it locally if you can. Hopefully your game stores still have it cheap. And if you're not able to secure a copy, you know, just try to hold out and wait for the prices to drop back down. Because usually that's what happens, you know. People make a video or something and talk about a game being delisted, and it goes sky high in price. And then if you wait a while, a few months or a year or so, usually the prices will go down to a more manageable and more affordable level. But I definitely recommend, if you get a chance, to check out this game, because it is amazing. If you guys have ever played it, let me know your guys' thoughts. But I'm loving it so far. And like I said, I haven't played it in years since it was released. And it's just great going back. And I can't wait to beat it. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care. You guys have an amazing day. And Sleepy will see you next time.